Oh yeah! Cream of the crop! Devil Dog Gaming! Step into it!
Yes! It's been a long time coming, and you know what? It's been one hell of a wait, and it's been worth the wait. Is the God of War game, the new one for PS4, any good? Well, stay tuned, because you know what? You're about to find out a shitload of stuff about this bad game, and I'll tell you what, this is a must-have title of this year for the PS4.
Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm here with
Captain Blockhead.
and we're here for the ultimate God of War review, starting off first with the Collector's Edition unboxing. So, what do you think of this?
I think it's a big box.
Big box. What's in it? As you see, it's got some nice artwork on the one side, and then on the rest, it's just got a nice little dioramic picture of Kratos with his son, who's not even in the game. No, he's in the game and he's actually pretty cool. Oh, okay, first off, you get your God of War Steelbook. I don't know why they call it steel, they ought to call it an aluminum book. Never steel. Let's see. What the hell is this? Something else in here. It's a box within the box. It's boxception with this shit today. Extra? Okay, it's a box inside the box inside the box.
Inside
Okay.
the box, inside the box, inside the box.
Anything else in here? Oh no, see if there's anything else in there. Which stinks. Ah, okay. One of the first things you receive is a God of War, whatever the hell this is. There's something else in there? There was
Yep.
something else in there.
Cool little card.
Is it just one? Looks like you, yeah, it's I guess like a lithographic print of Kratos in battle with one of the enemies.
Kratos fighting the Draugr with his son.
Ah.
It's like you got a map.
And I got a cloth map of the world, of the game. And I don't know if that'll actually help you in finding it. What the fuck are these?
I've always been a fan of maps.
Those strap-on figures? What are these?
It looks like something you might see in the game.
Okay, next up, I know who these guys are. See if I can get close enough. I'm not going to spoil it for you to say who these guys are, but you'll come across them rather early on into the game. And then nice little figures. They look like they're metal, but they're made out of plastic. I mean, I don't think you've made it far enough to know who those guys are yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I've just scratched the surface.
Holy shit.
That's cool. Yeah, that's pretty wicked.
Wow. I'll get up a close-up of this so you all can see what this actually is and everything that you get with the God of War Stonemason edition is what this is called. As you can see, this is the Stonemason collection. I think it was $130, $140 for all this. You get steelbook case with the game in it. It actually does come with the game. The two little figurines, which, like I said, they're kind of main characters, an actual physical cloth map, but the map really won't help you in finding anything. It's not like a strat guide sort of map. And the main thing is definitely the very highly detailed, really graphic and pretty badass, sculpture here, little figure. In the end, I'd say it's a pretty badass collector's edition for a rather badass game.
Yeah.
But let's get straight to the point. Here's the game review.
Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another epic review. This time I'm reviewing God of War. Now I want to first point out that this is actually somewhat of a reimagining of the series, and yet still a sequel. So it's really kind of odd how to place this game. It does takes place after you defeat Zeus and all the gods, and you leave town and you go to, I think it's called Midgard, which is the realm of Norse mythology now, with your son. Atreus is his name. Now, I'm not going to ruin any sort of spoilers in terms of the story, because this story is badass and I want you to experience it on your own. So the only thing I'm going to say is the main plot of this game is some really bad stuff happens. So you and your son, Atreus, go out on a quest to go to a certain location. I'll just leave it like that. It's very, very vague in what I'm saying, because I don't want to spoil it at all for you. It is a beautiful, beautiful game in terms of the overall design. Now, one of the main things about this game you'll notice right from the start is the switch of the perspective. It's Kratos now a lot older. He has a full beard, and this time it's kind of an over-the-shoulder third-person perspective, so it has no more drastic, drawn-out cinematic sort of scenes. It is all one shot from start to finish in this game. And you may think, oh no, that sounds terrible. It's not. It makes the game way, way better. When you see it in action, as you can see from the game footage I'm running, it is immaculate how they got this game done. I was worried at first it was going to be like a Dark Souls take on the God of War series, and it is not. Don't worry, people. This is still God of War through and through. You still have your epic boss battles that span gigantic areas with huge monsters, though I have noticed that a lot of the quick time events have changed now. A lot of the enemies now, you'll notice, will have 2 meters above them. One is their health bar and the other is the stun bar. And what you want to do is once you get the stun meter all the way up, then you can do a finisher move on them. A button press will appear. You can run up and do it and pretty much get your over-the-top kill that way. But don't worry, you do not have the chains of chaos, the blades of chaos anymore. They got rid of that. Now Kratos has a fold-up sort of shield on one arm he can use to block and reflect monsters' attacks, and on his other arm he has his trusty new war axe named Leviathan. And I was worried at first that this would not be as good as his previous abilities of fighting. I love the Leviathan war axe way, way better. The damn thing is implemented in a way to where the feedback of it feels great. It is almost like Thor's hammer. You can literally throw it and stick an enemy to a wall and hold them there and beat the shit out of enemies barehanded, even going in the rage mode, classic Kratos rage mode, and anytime pull it back like Thor's hammer.
Oh, wow, Kratos, I'm your #1 fan.
Look out for the axe! Oh! Sorry there, buddy.
Well, this just sucks. And you use it throughout your adventure, your roughly 30-hour adventure. It took me 32 hours just to get through the main story of this game. But you use your axe through your main adventure to kill enemies and solve puzzles. This game, hands down, has taken bits and pieces of multiple games and put it together in this melting pot that just ends up being delicious. Now, what I mean by that is it's got some of the ultimate epic puzzles in it, similar like you would play in Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's got the beautiful graphics and the world design that even makes Horizon Zero Dawn look pathetic in comparison. It's got the fact that you got the buddy system going on in it. Now, what I mean by that is your son Atreus. But don't worry about your son. He is no slouch. He is not a pathetic hindrance in battle.
Daddy, 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 Kratos, 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 daddy, Kratos, daddy. Why are you so pale?
We've been over this before, son. These are the ashes of my dead wife and child.
Okay, so what about the red stuff?
Oh, God. I now know why I was brought back from the dead. To be tortured with the worst thing imaginable. Dealing with a stupid child. Oh.
He talking about me.
He cannot die. Though I have had him get knocked out during battles, you've got to be careful. If he gets swarmed by enemies, they can knock his ass out. Now, once you beat all the enemies, he pops right back up and he's fine. But you can actually use him to your advantage in the game drastically, because there's a button mapped, I think it's the square button on your controller, that will actually issue commands to your son. Now, whatever you're looking at, normally he'll just go and attack enemies nearby and help you out as you go through the battle of fighting these people, but yeah, anytime you can press the square button to have him help you out by sending off a sorbo of arrows into the enemy to help you, or just pretty much draw the enemy away from you to give you breathing room in order to collect your thoughts to fight him even more.
Quick, son! Fire an arrow into this beast's eye before he gets strong again!
Okay, Daddy, I can do it!
Oh! What the hell, son? I've taught you better than that! Aim for the beast's head! Oh.
I aim better this time. I'll get him this time. You watch, Daddy. I got this.
Oh! Oh, God, you got both soul stones! Oh, damn it! With your final arrow! Aim for the beast's eye quickly! Oh.
Don't move.
Oh! Oh! You know what? You're too damn stupid! Screw you, monster! I quit. I'm out of here! Oh! 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 Oh!
Since this is a new iteration of the God of War franchise, there are some subtle differences you will get used to fairly quickly. I was kind of worried about it. First of all, Kratos can no longer swim. Yeah, I don't know why either. And he doesn't jump. You can't jump or swim. And you're like, at first, oh crap, this is going to kind of suck. But as you go through the game and you realize the way the game is built, you don't have any issues with it at all. In fact, the game is built in a central hub to where you have a world map. And you have a main area that's mostly like a lake, a big lake that you can actually use your boat to get across, to go to like a shop and buy stuff and craft stuff and other things like that. And as you progress through the area, you can go and do your main missions, and you'll see other missions you can do as well. You'll be like, oh look, I want to go over there. And so the way the game is designed, even though it's quite linear, there's a lot of offshoots, so like sprouting paths that I would say, to where you can go and do a bunch of optional different things as well. So just doing the main stories, going through the main game itself, like I said, will take you about up to 30 hours to do that. And with the additional stuff that even you can do after you beat the game, you can go back and continue doing stuff. There's another 15 to 20 hours worth of content in this game on top of the original 30 you spent just getting through it. All the stuff you can collect, all the places you can go, the optional boss battles you can find. It's really a really well done game. Now on top of that, there is also a crafting system in this game.
Daddy, Kratos, Daddy,
What?
Kratos, can you make me something?
Okay!
Yay!
A carbuncle!
Yay!
A bunny rabbit!
I don't like it.
Okay. A Spartan war helmet!
Wow! Oh my god, it's so good! Yes!
Now, it is quite overwhelming at first, too, because when you first realize the amount of crafting that you can do in this game, it will really kind of scare you. You will feel like bogged down and really worried over the sheer amount of stuff you can do. But when the end comes, you realize that you can actually use this crafting system to craft new gear for both you and your son that'll help you through your battles. There'll be certain enemies that'll have certain affinities to certain magics. Let's say one guy is impervious to fire but weak to ice. you can actually go and craft your equipment that will actually help you through battle to actually make things a lot easier. Now your weapon as well has slots for runes that you can put in to upgrade as well, including a skill tree for not just you but also for your son Atreus. Now this will allow you as you progress through the game and collect and find runes and level up your character and pick different abilities. It will allow you to grow and become stronger and have new abilities to actually make it to where after you get near the end, you kind of have to actually unlock a lot of the stuff to make the game easier for you. Because I tell you what, if you just try to rush through this game, even on it will stomp your head in. It really will. It's actually quite impressive of just the sheer amount of stuff you can actually do in this game. So my final thoughts of the new God of War is hands down is one of the best PlayStation 4 titles I have played in a long time. This is a system must-have, and it runs great. And if you have a PlayStation 4 Pro, you can even run it in the 4K checkerboarding, or 2.5K as I call it. And the only thing I would have to say is the game does not run in 60 frames a second in the Pro mode. It is locked at 30 frames a second, and I have had a couple instances, very few of them, where it seemed like the frame rate dipped just a little bit, but in the end it did not hamper the game at all. This was a phenomenal game. It had a really touching story of how a father is trying to touch with his son in order to be a father that he never had in the first place, and on their epic journey to take care of a very personal issue that they had to. And the only thing I would have to say it's kind of weird is just the fact that the jump of the last game into this one, but don't let that bother you. The new location is beautiful. It's not all dark and gloomy. There are parts that are dark and gloomy, but it is so lush and beautiful, and the detail is so fantastic. From the biggest tree with the leaves falling on it down to the smallest little frogs jumping around. This game hands down is brilliant. The control is fantastic. The voice acting is fantastic. The musical score is phenomenal. The graphics are perfect. Hands down, this is one of the best damn games that I've played in a long time. And I highly recommend, if you've been a fan of any of the God of War games, play this game. You will not be disappointed. You may have some parts in it and you go, I don't really like where they went with this. But in the end, I guarantee you, it has all the aspects that make God of War great, and it's even better. I was so worried when I first seen this game in early production, but after playing it, I can say hands down, this is a fantastic game that was worth the wait, and hands down, I feel sorry for anyone who doesn't have a PlayStation 4. This is a PlayStation 4 exclusive. You'll never see it on any other console, and in the end, that is a shame. I really wish other people could play this game. I wish PC players could play this game and Xbox players could too, because everybody deserves to play a kick-ass, fantastic game like this. This was Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I want to say thank you for everyone who watches my channel. I want to say thank you for everyone who watches this video. Please leave in the comments below if you like this video at all, if you have any upcoming recommendations you would like to see in the future, and of course, don't forget my new contest that I got going, where you can win a Nintendo Switch and a Labo, or what you have to do is watch the video and follow the directions for your chance to enter to win. And I always end my videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember people, the devil is in the details. Peace out.
Daddy!
What?
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, God.
You know what? Never mind, I'm swore I can figure it out.
Oh.